Mr. Srinivas Rao Katpur, Human Resources Director, SAS India. Our keynote speaker, Mrs. Rashmita Pariza, HR Head India Lexmark International, guest of honor, faculty, staff members, students, and alumni members. I, on behalf of ICFAI Business School, welcome you all to this 13th NJ Yasaswy Memorial Lecture. We have got interesting speakers who are coming after me, and you would love to listen to them. It was on 8th October 2011, I get a message from Hyderabad that Mr. NJ Yasaswy is no more with us. A shocking message, and I didn't know how to take this message. And we were told to come to Hyderabad for his cremation. He was fine. I remember somewhere around 13 September when he was attending a meeting in 2011. He said, I have got a headache. I would like to visit a doctor. He visited the doctor. Ultimately, he was admitted in nursing home. And he had brain hemorrhage and he passed away on 8 October 2011. He was known as, his full name, most of the officers do not know, Nanduri Jyoti Raja Lakshmi Yasaswy. Then he was normally referred as NJY. Now I asked one person as to why you are referring as NJY, why not the full name? Well, I cannot pronounce his name. And I don't know anybody whose name is Yasaswy except a cricketer, Yasaswy Jaiswal. So this feeling where we could call him as NJY was something, a feeling which we have, and we wanted always to be closer to him, to get some thoughts, whatever he is trying to deliver. He was one person who always used to believe in time. I remember we had a meeting in Hyderabad, and he used to enter always at the right time. If the meeting starts at 9 a.m., you enter at 8:58. He understood the value of time. And one day he entered, the clock was showing 2 minutes past 9. He said, please check your clock. It is 2 minutes fast. And until this was not moved to 9, just at 12, so he didn't start the meeting. He first changed the clock. This is what the importance of time is. Students, the message is for you. You must understand what is the value of time. He was a topper in BCom, gold medalist in BCom, gold medalist in chartered accountancy, gold medalist in cost accountancy. His concepts were absolutely clear. And his thought process was something beyond us. We could not fathom as to why is he saying like that. So he brought this concept of case studies. And these case studies are an important part of IBS now. And we are the second largest contributor of case studies after Harvard Business School. Round of applause for IBS. He was attending a conference where the budget speech was going on, and he was listening ardently to whatever the speaker was saying. Then he started talking about the budget, and everybody was amazed. In fact, in one of the conferences where Palkiwala was, I remember in 1972, he was presenting, the analysis of the budget. After his talk, NJ Yasaswy went to him and started discussing about the budget. And it was time for Mr. Palkiwala to listen to him. And at that point of time, he was only 22 years old. His concept, his thought process on knowledge about Companies Act, income tax was something which you cannot feel that yes, this person has got too much of knowledge. And he's written several books all across. He left for USA for doing his PhD. but we decided to come back within 2 weeks. Normally when we go, we think that we will go for PhD, but ultimately he was a person, he said, no, whatever they are teaching, I know. He said, I've got better things to do. And he came back to India, and he was a person who was willing to take risk. A risk where no educationist will go. In 1995, when we started these PGPM campuses, we started with 6 campuses. And slowly developed into several campuses. Now we have 9 campuses of IBS. We have got 12 universities. And out of that, he established 5 in Northeast. So I was wondering as to why he wants to set up so many universities in Northeast. He said, somebody told me that he met Mr. Abdul Kalam on a flight, and he said, why don't you do something about Northeast? Because this is an area which is ignored totally. So he set up universities in Tripura, in Meghalaya, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Mizoram. You always used to think that yes, I should do something for the students, for students particularly in the rural semi-urban areas. We have now a lot of students coming from rural and semi-urban areas, and he always used to say that we should work on the students and bring them to the main life, so that they also do well. And this is a great example that IBS is now going into the interiors and getting students, and we believe now that each and every student is a placeable student, and this student will ultimately do well in life. And examples are there in front of me. Students who were not very good, but they have ultimately come up to our expectations, and they're all placed doing very well. Mr. Yasaswy was appointed as the government of Andhra Pradesh as chairman by the government of Andhra chairman, Andhra Pradesh State Trading Corporation during 85-88, vice chairman Public Enterprise Board 1986-88. He was a member of the SEBI committee on accounting standards, and also a member of the board of directors of Association of Certified International Investment Analysis Switzerland. He had a rare quality to inspire students to have a vision and work towards the same. He was an outstanding debater in English and Telugu. He always used to say that you must do your PhD. In fact, when I met him in 2001 and subsequently, he told me, Ajay, you must go for your PhD. I said, sir, why do PhD at this stage? He said, no, you must do your PhD. And he goaded me to do a PhD. So I went back to my alma mater, IIT Kharagpur, and did my PhD. And I was the youngest grandfather doing PhD at IIT Kharagpur. At the age of 58, I completed my PhD. So, the message which I am giving to the students is, see, there is no end to learning. You can learn at every stage. I am still learning. I learn from my students, my faculty members. Always remember one thing in life: if you learn on a regular basis, and if you do that continuously, your life is going to change. I can assure you that. And the concentration, if you want to do, I always say that you must focus on your health. And these are the 2 important things I would like to communicate to you. When he was interviewing me in 2001, he said one thing which I still remember, that we want a person who will be non-academic. Then I couldn't understand the meaning as to why, and I'm a faculty, I should be an academic person. So he wanted people who are good in academics, but at the same time, they would be good in administration also. And they wanted faculty members who can be there in the administration of academics. And that's what he wanted, that yes, we should be like that. And in last 20 years, I have seen a lot of faculty members becoming associate dean, dean, director, etc., etc. So leadership has to come to you if you are in academics, and this is only possible with your strong will, and ultimately you will be able to become a leader in education. I can continue to speak about NJY endlessly, but since the time is limited, I will not come, before Mr. Katkur and Parija out here. And I would like to thank you for giving me a patient hearing. Thank you. Wish you all the best.